Who is Dawn Kinnard? Hi, we are here to introduce Dawn Kinnard.
You want to film an interview?
Who is releasing an album called The Courtesy Fall in March. And we are going to do a short interview with her so we can get some information about the record and about how she recorded it and how she wound up in London. So,
won't you ask away?
I'm trying to talk to you.
Can you please answer the question? Just stop the guitar for 1 moment.
And I would take my dog out and I would climb a tree and sing to my dog. That's actually where my singing career started, was in a tree in Pennsylvania. I took my dog to, I was looking for treasure actually, because there was a hole in the bottom of the tree, and I always thought if I dug there that I was going to find something. I did find bits of pottery, which was a treasure to me. But anyway, the dog, Blackie, would sit there. This was pre-kindergarten. I was on the loose in the cornfields. I would climb a tree and I would sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. And I would stay out there for hours. You know, my parents didn't know where I was. There's a misconception, I think, about preachers' daughters. So strict upbringing, but I had a lot of freedom, and I would spend whole days like that.
You look surprised that I'm around, 'cause I keep on waiting. In your eyes, I can't give up. You're on an island. You're on an island. You're on an island. So far out. Interview with you. I don't wanna do an interview with you. Oh, you lady. Oh, you lady in your red dress. Ooh.
I've run away many times. One time I was barefoot. It was summer, and by this time I was like 15, and I went down to the creek and washed my clothes in the creek. I liked to wash my clothes in the creek. It was a weird thing. Nobody knew I did it. I wash my clothes in the creek and hang them on trees and wait till they dried. I'd sit around naked. Nobody went down there. I was the only one down there. It was like, that's the thing I love about Pennsylvania, is it's so spread out. Like, you could go and you could wash your clothes and hang them in trees and nobody would bother you. Nobody's around. But anyway, I got my clothes back together, and I think, you know, that's, I think running away is pretty much, you can run all over the place, you know. It's pretty much what I do.
I'm gonna
Ask
cry.
me about my
Because I hate
musical
this.
influence, and this is what I have.
I had a dream when I was about 16, and I was walking down the high school corridor, and Elvis was the janitor, and we kissed. And the next day I woke up and I bought his love song record and listened to his music. And I was actually going through a Great Depression at the time, and when I heard his music, it really helped to bring me out of it. And from there was really actually where I started playing music, because after that I felt like I was in a place where I wanted to start performing, and I had the confidence that I didn't have before.
Music.
This is bullshit.
I like music. It gets me. It gets me.
By the time that I had moved to Nashville, I was writing lots of music and just started playing in some bars in Nashville. One bar I played at, called The Basement, said, "I'd like you to meet a friend of mine," and he's the one who introduced me to Martin Treffy, who invited me to come over to London and just meet and see if we hit it off. And we wound up making a whole record because it was basically like magic. I felt like a child again, you know. They have a studio up on Kensal Road called Kensaltown, and they're starting their own record label. And they said, let's put this album out, even though it won't be easy, but I think it was magic for all of us, and that's what I love about being here, and that's why I'm here. And even when times are difficult and different and I don't know where I am all the time, that's what I'm doing here. Getting lost. I feel like a runaway. But that's not a first.
So I keep on waiting. See in your eyes, I can't give up.